The story begins with an ugly first-year boy, your typical main character called Maki Maihara, a high schooler who mastered the art of invisibility. It's a new term in class 1 to 10, and the teacher decides it's time for everyone's favorite nightmare: self-introduction cards. He is in class as the teacher is picking which self-profile to choose. But at the end it lands on our boy. He is shy to introduce himself in front of the class, as that first impression decides whether you're a loser or a nobody. It is revealed that he comes from Matsubara Middle School, which is not near where he is staying, having moved in the winter due to family reasons. The teacher then addresses on his hobbies, but replies he's a gamer and does not have any particular likes. She goes full girlfriend FBI mode, asking if he looks forward to anything during the weekend. He says he does, adding he has the place to himself on Fridays as his mother is out working. But truly speaking, the class doesn't care, having any interest in becoming his friend whatsoever, ordering pizza and cola and gooning on the big TV in the living room. But the teacher's facial expression gives concerning. Asking if he has anything to add when he says movies, she begins to ask what type of movies, but he loses all aura saying B-type movies, yet there is still hope for this gentleman. Catching the attention of the second most cutest girl in class, then sits down before further embarrassing himself. The teacher continues calling out names. Then a girl called Uemami stands and introduced herself energetically. Immediately the atmosphere shifts as she catches the attention of her classmates with her dazzling blonde hair, saying she's looking forward to a great year being together. It is revealed that she's from Tachilban, an all-girls middle school, and transferred to just be glazed at by the class boys, hugging a girl named Umi Asanaji, telling her to go ahead and introduce herself, then asks the teacher to allow her. The teacher gives her the thumbs up. Umi Asanaji stands up and introduces herself, saying she is from the same middle school as Uemami, cutting quick to the chase and not trying to be an S-rank attention seeker, saying she has had enough, asking them to look after her in her absence like a toddler. Amami-san gets offended by her statement. Two background characters talk about how they won the jackpot of being in a class with baddies. Amami-san shakes her while still arguing. Maihara adds on how the class will resolve around them the entire year. During lunch, Maihara leaves as he created the worst first impression, like it's second nature, eating in solitude. During the course of the weeks, Amami-san and Umi Asanaji's group were having fun, and he was sitting in his mom's basement playing Fortnite. One afternoon, as he was talking to himself on how he doesn't mind being by himself, but actually despises having a friend as he once longed for something like that. Amami-san exhausted, noting how she nodded off a few times, asking Umi to praise her. She denied the praise, but she told her to cut her some slack as she was in a food coma. Maihara, using his phone and listening to them chat, overhears the boys talking about how her smile motivates them. We turn back to Umi telling Amami she has plans on watching a movie. Amami asks what genre it is, but later tries to bail out because of how horrible her taste is, but Umi tells her she is watching it by herself. We see Maihara about to head out, staring deeply into the girls, commenting on how he thinks there's nothing wrong with her taste. Later that day, he stops by his local Blockbuster, wanting movies but ends up so overwhelmed on which to choose. He then reaches for a classic, and suddenly the second cutest girl pops up, also heading to grab the same one. Things get awkward as he jumps back and apologizes for not seeing her. But what Maihara doesn't know is Umi has been right next to him for a while, telling him it's not nice. Maihara just looks at her confused and says her name. Umi wakes him up, telling him it's not an illusion. But Maihara is shy and asks her if she doesn't have plans. However, Umi noticed he was eavesdropping and started fluttering him, calling him a naughty boy while deviously smiling, but apologizes, telling him to relax, saying her actual goal was to spend the day with him, and even had to build the courage to ask him out, revealing her actual self-introduction card. Maihara is shocked and can't even believe his eyes that her introduction card is similar to his. Then Umi compliments him on how bold he was putting himself out there, and gets back asking him on recommendations as she is a beginner into his genre of movies. He gives her his personal favorite, but she disses him on how bland it is, like cardboard, and saying Kung Fu Shark is better. We see Maihara walking past Umi and her group, then later stops to check his phone as he got a message from Umi. He looks back and Umi looks with a smile. The message was from Umi asking to come over and hang out. Later that day, Umi comes over his house. Maihara asks if she is okay sharing as he already ordered food. She agrees and even brought snacks to eat. The food later arrives and they have a toast on how they managed to go another week undetected. Immediately they began playing video games, PvPing each other over some pizza, But at the end Umi loses and wanted to release her rage by slamming the floor, but Maihara stops her. Time flew by and it was time for her to get going. But before that she helps Maihara clean up. He agrees but gets distracted by her body. Umi catches him staring, calling him a pervert for admiring her body. He gets embarrassed, curious on how she has a slim body when she be a Glez Gobeler. She crawls her away towards him and pinches his belly, saying he's the one who's fat. He laughs and sees his reaction. She decides to continue the voyage. He yells stop, but she roasts him on how he yells like a girl. She starts heading out before saying the next week they're going out. Maihara obliviously agrees, then rushes out telling her to wait. Umi thought he was busy next week, but this introvert asks if they're going out the great outdoors. She tells him yes, as they must sometimes be classy. Feeling bad coming over all the time, Maihara acting completely clueless, asking if they are really going out, just the two of them, forgetting that the class don't know they're secretly friends, as it would cause a lot of chatter. She then teases him on how the prospect of an afternoon date got him nervous. He refuses, but Umi assures him on how she'll make sure they don't run into their classmates. Heading off, saying they can admit they're dating if they get caught. Maihara blushes, but the train crashes when she says she's joking. In the next scene, we see Maihara asking his mom to increase his allowance for next week. But the coin flips as his mom asks if he's getting bullied. Maihara explains his going out with a friend and his not getting bullied. His mom gets excited that he made a friend, even giving him 1,000 yen, happy for him. He messages Umi saying he got the money. Umi thanks him for later treating her, but he slows her horses on how there will be splitting the bill in the middle, then later ends the message. Maihara arrives at school, acting all professional in public, not talking to each other, then sees Umi throwing hand signs. But Amami almost caught her doing something, but manages to lie that she has an itch on her back, scratching it. During lunch, Maihara eats all by himself, outside looking at the sky, pondering if he is being a good friend to Umi, before hearing Umi saying senpai, and began eavesdropping on her, seeing a boy talking to her. He immediately read the room and panicked, but Amami and another girl were heading his way to eavesdrop before falling. Amami stands and greets him, but the red-haired girl asks if they could go through to spy on their conversation. We then see a second-year boy confessing his feelings about her.
俺と付き合ってくれないかな